What's going on with you? What's new?
Not much.
Hate the idea of you down there by yourself all the time. Just drinking.
I'm fine. I appreciate it.
Well, Ben Affleck is back on the big screen. His latest is called The Way Back. It's a sports drama. The now sober star playing an alcoholic construction worker who is recruited to become the head basketball coach at his old high school, where he himself was once a rising basketball star. Let's bring in Eli now with his review of this movie, The Way Back. You know, in some ways, this seemed like art reflecting real life.
Yeah, look, he's been on a bit of a media tour and being very open about his own struggles with alcoholism, with talking about very openly his divorce to Jennifer Gardner and his own way back. And certainly there's a convenience there, but I think there's also an opportunity for him as an actor and perhaps us as an audience. You know, I think we've seen these kind of recovery movies before. There is a formula, but for me, what really struck me in watching The Way Back was the little details. And so we start with Jack. Jack works in construction. He's in this big empty house. We saw early on, you know, he ends the shift and he's pouring the beer into the big gulp soda cup there. He is in the shower and there's the beer with him, right? And so this is someone who's just barely coping. And he used to be a husband. He used to be a lot of things. And then he gets this call from his old high school where he had another life. Let's take a look at that.
We need a new coach, Jack. You're the first person I thought of.
Is the team any good?
No.
In fact, the last time we made the playoffs, back when you were playing.
So
It's the whole team? 10 kids?
So you see those trophies, and then you see the boys. He used to be all-star player. Like, he almost could have gone full ride with the scholarship. Then his life changed. And now the state he's in is this kind of sad hulk of a man. He's not going to be doing layups anytime soon. But he goes out and meets these boys, 10 kids. And you'll see this clip where he's talking to one of the players. His name's Marcus, and he's a bit of a showboat. And suddenly there's this other Jack. Like, there is this familiarity with the game and certainly a skill set. Let's take a look.
You're the tallest player on the team. Makes me wonder why you're putting three-pointers up every time you come down the court.
Ask Coach Dan. I made the most threes on the team last year.
Coach Dan, how many threes did Marcus make last year?
Made 34.
Out of how many attempts?
Out of 130.
26%, Marcus. You want to know why they're leaving you open? It's because they don't think you could hit the ocean from the beach.
So there you go. I mean, he's not the most inspiring coach at that point. He's still kind of down on himself, but he can't suppress that natural ability he has, just the mind for the game. So he says yes, starts working with the team. Things start to change, both for the team and for himself, for a while.
Mm-hmm. For a while, you know, and as we said, Ben Affleck himself in real life has struggled with sobriety. So here he is playing a person who himself is struggling with sobriety. How does Ben Affleck's real life affect the fictional life we see on screen?
I think it was therapeutic. And I think this film coming along at the time that it did was critical. Look, he had a relapse during pre-production. And it was actually reportedly Jennifer Gardner who called the director of this film. It's funny, we see him there with the basketball, and she said he's getting help, he's going into rehab, he has brought a basketball with him. He needs this film, wait for him. He had a sobriety liaison bringing him to set during this filming. And so what does that mean for us? What does that mean for him as an actor? Affleck, at his best, has always had this kind of blue-collar appeal. You know, the guy from Jersey. And what I liked about this film is it's not a flashy film. It's not a glamorous film. This is dim and dingy. And Affleck really communicates someone with this weight on his soul. You know, you see that he is carrying that weight and really trying to drown it a beer can at a time. So he shows how he's really caught in the thrall of his addiction. And then the basketball begins and someone else comes out. So I'll give you a sense of that. Here he is, middle of the game, calls a timeout, giving his players some advice. Let's take a look at that.
All right, come on, guys, let's go. We got 15 seconds left. We're gonna go on 8. Gives us time for a rebound or a tip in. Brandon, 20's gonna pick you up full court, all right? Freeze, you're gonna come up, set a ball screen for Brandon. Brandon, you roll around to the right. Garcia, come up, set a back screen for Kenny. Kenny, come out to the wing for the 3.
Okay, I'm not a basketball guy. I have no idea what he just said there. None at all. People who watch basketball tell me this is a good basketball film. But I'm gonna play another clip. Similar game, critical juncture. They're playing a team. The team is better funded, bigger players. the guys are intimidated, and again, he's given the pep talk, but I want you to listen very carefully to his voice. You're going to hear it crack a little, and I think that's when something slips through. Let's take a look at that.
The truth is, they're more talented than you. Probably got a better coach. But I promise you, they are not a better team. Because they haven't been through what we've been through. They don't know adversity. They don't know what it's like to get knocked down, to have to get back up again. They don't know what it is to fight.
And that right there, that's what I go to movies for. That moment when, like sometimes as an actor you pretend, but I think you have to pull on something. And I think his fuel is his experience. That has been there. He is talking about what he has faced and how he is trying to come back. And that's what, you know, gave me shivers at some moments. That's what makes this a great, great film. The only problem with that is that it's too long. If you left this movie theater at 1 hour and 26 minutes, you just say, thank you very much, good night, it would be a wonderful film. That said, it still continues, so 3.5 stars, but a wonderful reminder of Ben at his best.
Yeah, and how lucky is he to still have Jennifer Garner in his corner. Eli, thank you for that.
You're welcome.